I turned around. There's a man. His nose is on the on the screen of the door, and I'm like, oh wow, he's trying to sell us machetes. Like it was insane. It was insane. And hey y'all, my name is Denasia, and I'm a 24-year-old type A Black girl from Las Vegas. I currently live in Jersey, working as a corporate girly in the beauty industry.
Hey y'all, my name is Faith, and I'm a 25-year-old type A Black girl from AZ, living in Denver, working as a corporate girly in tech.
When it comes to life, it's literally always something, especially as a type A Black girl.
No matter what area you're in, Girl Talk always makes it better.
Get ready to enjoy an hour of us yapping about friendships, relationships,
and things we've learned along the way as type A Black girls. Hope you enjoy.
Hi guys, welcome.
Hi everyone, welcome to season 10 of Type A Black Girls.
We're very excited.
Very excited. So before we start, definitely want to get into some classroom announcements. Not as much as the past seasons because
yeah, we used to run y'all dry.
Run it dry. But to start off, definitely join our Patreon. Specifically for this episode, we will be dropping our full itineraries for Tokyo to Tanzania and Kenya. So that'll be very fun, and we're type A, so it's going to be very detailed. And then also, and it's $3. Like, it's literally less than a coffee. You got it. We believe in you. I know. I know. I think I actually don't know what number. Let's say we're at 10. Let's say I think we can get to 20 by the end of the year. That's really the goal, honestly. Yeah. Because this is very expensive. Seeing us doing 3 seasons in 1 year, goodness gracious.
Man, when you add up the numbers, we're spending a lot of money. So the $3 goes a long way.
Goes a very, very long way. So shout out to y'all for the girlies and the boys that have subscribed. Thank you so much. And then also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We did hit 300 something. I think we were at 320. Yeah, we're up there.
And we were begging for 100 for a while.
Begging.
So this is progress.
This is very much progress. And then Patreon, YouTube, and
free suggestion bots always.
Yes, always.
We haven't really had that many questions lately. So I don't know if maybe life is just going great for everybody, but that might not be the case. So if you have any dilemmas, please make sure to submit them on our free suggestion bots. It's in our link tree and in the description of this episode. And yeah, there's no word limit, completely anonymous.
Yeah.
And
if you need to have the dilemma solved now, join the group me, because the girlies will answer, and then whenever we get to see the group me, we'll also answer.
Yep.
So yeah, and I want to say that's really all. Also, every month we drop a Spotify playlist, and you guys can add to it.
I don't think we've ever shouted that out on here.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't, but we've been doing it all year. Honestly, sometimes a little bit late in the next month, but we've dropped one every single month. So I'm really, really proud of us. So yeah, we have some fun things coming definitely for this season. I'm so excited for the season. But moms, let's go ahead and get into the question of the week. What are the top 3 things you need before traveling to a foreign country?
Okay, so my top 3, and this is based on, this episode is going to be all about travel. So based on what I needed when I went on my last trip, an adapter. If you're going to a foreign country, look up whatever they have for their adapters, buy that.
Yeah.
Usually, for the most part, they all use the same ones.
Yeah, but also just getting a universal adapter helps as well.
Yeah, and having like hella portable chargers on deck at all times. Because the way my phone was just dying constantly, and I dropped it in the pool, like it was just a lot going on. So always portable chargers. Some earplugs. So I think I've talked about this before, but I have really bad like air cabin ear pressure, to the point where when we're taking off and when we're landing, I'm literally like bent over holding my ears because they hurt so bad, and I'll get a migraine from it. So I found these ear poppers that like keep your ear the pressure in your ears like stabilized the whole flight.
Yeah.
That was the first flight I ever had peace.
Really?
And I was nervous because I was like, Nairobi's far. It was like 14 hours. I was like, I know that when we're descending, it's just going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And I literally slept like a baby the whole time.
Oh, perfect.
Amazing.
What are you talking about?
I'll literally like drop them here if you're watching on YouTube, or somewhere in the description.
Yeah.
And last thing, an embassy phone number. If you are going to a foreign country, please figure out where the U.S. embassy is and the phone number and where they're located in case something pops off, because as you guys will hear, something popped off while I was in Nairobi, and we was struggling.
Question mark vibes for real, because you don't know what you don't know.
For real.
For mine is the translator app. The translator app helped us so much because I went to Tokyo. And also I didn't think about this, but Dammy downloaded the language just in case we were like in a spotty area, just so like we could, because if we in a spotty area, not a lot of people probably don't know English. And
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
it was decent. They knew some words. They knew how to get our money, so we were good. They were good, but the translator app helped a lot. Also check the weather app. I've been
Yeah.
more type P as you're gonna see throughout this season. And I just didn't think to check the weather. I was like, it's the summer. Let me bring
You're
sundresses.
good.
I'm fine. No. Dammy got rained on 3 to 4 times to the point where they wouldn't let him in the store because he was sopping wet. He was squeezing at his like his shoes and his shirts and his
Bro.
jeans so that he can go into the stores to get what he wanted. It was rough. So definitely check the weather app. I would just say bring an umbrella just in case. Like,
Always.
the thing is, the hotels had umbrellas that they just trusted us with. I was like, America could never.
America would never. We just can't have free
We
shit.
just are really selfish, and we steal. Like,
Yeah.
steal, kill, destroy. Like, that's just what America does. And then number 3, do your due diligence on scouring reviews for where you're staying and what the surrounding area looks like. That's for any type of travel. If y'all heard my solo trip when I went to Philly, I didn't look at the surrounding areas. I got catfish from the Airbnb. That was on me. I should have checked on Google Maps. But
put that pin down. How you can do a 360 and literally like mock walk down the street.
Yeah.
Because the amount of hotels that we were looking at in Nairobi, and it was nice in the front, and we looked at the other areas, and we said we literally cannot leave the hotel.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like literally our hotel was literally amazing. Like join the Patreon to see what exact hotel that I did because Dammy did his big one. And also figure out like how safe it looks around. Are there any stations, stores, etc. around? Because like if you need a Band-Aid, you don't want to walk 20 minutes. Literally there was like a 7-Eleven and a Family Mart within 2 minutes walking distance either way. And just be very diligent in your research because you done paid all this money to travel. You want to make sure
You enjoy it.
that you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and on that note, also the currency app.
Oh,
I have a currency app, and that was clutch when it came to like translating how much it would be in like shillings versus dollars.
oh, girl, I said 19,400 yen to USD. That I literally just kept on Googling.
No, literally, I had to download an app because we were negotiating so much, and like people would be
Oh.
like, "That's 20,000 shillings," and off the top of my head, I have no clue how many dollars that is. So
If you can kind of figure out what 1,000 means, you can kind of figure that. But I didn't really remember that until the second week I was there.
yeah,
So like 1,000 is $6. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. But like once you start getting into those higher numbers, you don't want to start doing all that math.
all that math,
Yeah.
especially when it's hot. I said, "Where's the app?"
I was like, here, okay,
Just
thank
take
you.
it.
I don't even care. But yeah,
Oh,
moms.
let's do Udids.
Oh, yes. So the Denasia was actually getting ready, and I was like, "Mom, I'm actually wearing
The exact same thing.
So, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I got that on my trip." I said, "I got this on my trip." So for me, this is I think I wore this a lot last season, but this necklace I got from Shein, it has not tarnished. It hasn't nothing. I
Oh,
mean, I don't wear it in the
period.
shower, but it has a little F charm, and it's so great because I don't really use a lot of silver jewelry, but when I need it, I need it. So Shein. I really couldn't tell you. Like these are just I think them
You
I
know.
think I took them from my mom, realistically. And then hair, there was a mishap with the flexi rod set. It was a whole thing. So you're gonna see a lot of buns, maybe a wash and go, but we'll see if I have energy today. And then Zara's there eat. Like I was like, Denasia
Oh,
would eat this up bad.
overseas Zara's, bro.
Yeah.
Go crazy. They be multiple stories.
Yes, and that I really didn't. Well, the things that I picked that like I was like, wow, we're like no more than $50, and I was
Oh
like,
wow.
because with Zara in America, I I only go there for sales. I can't. I
Yeah,
just
Zara in
can't.
America is,
Mm-mm,
and half the time it don't even be cute depending on which Zara you're at.
And then I have my shoes are Shein, but like you guys aren't going to see those because my toes aren't done. Just because it's just been a very
It's
hectic.
been a week.
I got back from Tokyo last Friday, and I've been fighting to try to get back onto the Denver time zone, and now I'm in the New York time zone. So I've seen 4 a.m. every single day since last Friday.
She said, "Yeah, last night I didn't go to sleep till 4 a.m."
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, "Girl, I was knocked out before my head hit the pillow. I didn't even know." She was trying not to wake me up. You're safe.
Denasia sleeps like a baby.
I'm knocked.
Yeah, I was really, but also last night it was because of cramps. I was shaking. It was rough. But mom, what is your
Okay, so this one I got in Nairobi at the Maasai market. I negotiated down to 20,000 shillings for this.
Love. From what? What was it originally?
She started at like 30,000 shillings, and I'm doing the math. I'm like, girl, I'm not paying you 30,000 shillings.
How much is that?
Let me convert.
Yeah.
I knew it was something that I was like, I feel like I could probably get it for cheaper.
Yeah.
So I really negotiated down with this. My headband is from Walgreens. It's just random.
Hey, whatever.
And then these shoes are from Shein too.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I got this little pendant or this little necklace at the Maasai market too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had to negotiate down, and the people there were trying to heckle us bad every single time. Yeah, they knew we were American. With this dress specifically, I was like, "Can I pay card?" So they have these like card readers that they bring by, and you have to manually enter the amount in there. Like it's not like they scan a barcode and it pops up. Like you have to manually enter it.
Goodness.
The lady for this dress, she starts putting in the amount. Why I see her add 3 extra zeros to my total? And then she gonna turn it real quick and be like, "Okay, ma'am, add tip." I said, go back. I said, go back. She said, "Oh, my sister, I make mistake." Nah, no, not my sister.
3 mistakes is nuts.
Yes. I was like, 3 zeros, girl. She said, "Oh, my sister." I said, "No, you're lying."
Yeah.
Like, let me enter it.
No.
So I entered the shillings on there. And I was like, this is 20,000 shillings, not USD, right? Because if I...
Oh, it's going to be declined.
Chase will be hearing from me. 20,000 US dollars.
It never gave.
Go to hell.
No.
So yeah, no, I had to be very, very, very careful with all of them because they just saw that we were American and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get her today." It was crazy.
That's actually nuts. But yeah, y'all. This is about to be a very exciting episode. I had to like gear myself up. It took us a minute to get here. We got here late. Like we missed the train.
Not didn't even miss it. It just wasn't there.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, like we really don't got no choice. We got it. We got to get here. Opportunity cost. That's really we got it. We done already paid this money.
But yeah, this is a travel episode.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, I went to Tanzania and Nairobi like 2 weeks ago, and she went to Tokyo.
Yes, and by the time this drops, which is like to be in October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all already know I got married. So this was my honeymoon. There will be a whole other episode about the whole everything. We eloped about that, but yeah, I'm married. I also you guys will hear, right? You guys won't see my ring at all. You guys will see my wedding band this season because you'll hear it. What happened to my actual wedding ring? But yeah, moms, let's go. Let's just popcorn.
Yeah, we're talking to y'all in the future.
Yeah,
it's July right now.
No,
so
it's yeah, exactly.
Okay, Bob. So do you want to start off with
absolutely
what happened in Tokyo?
Yeah. So do you want me to like full on Tokyo or you want to popcorn it?
We can popcorn.
Okay, love. So we did go for 10 days and it was it's been very hard for me to try to get back to sleep. So that was kind of like that's truly my thorn. But highlight. So we went, and Ginza is like where like it's like the luxury stores. Not even low key, it's luxury. Everybody has designer. It was nuts. So we did. I'm not gonna like go through like day 1 through. I'm just gonna talk about highlights and things like that. So I got Dammy a wallet year 1, and he ran that thing through the ground. So we went. He really wanted a designer wallet, but he just didn't know what. Well, he did. He does his rabbit holes a lot. So it was something or Burberry. So we went to Burberry, and literally I had my diamond ring and I had my nails, and the lady looked at my nails and she was like, oh, and like you can
she said we finna make a sale today.
She was lit. And then she saw my diamond ring, and we kind of figured out that a lot of the girlies they just do bands. They don't do diamonds. If you see diamonds, like big money vibes. So I was like, oh, and Dammy, he was eating that up because he was like, yeah, I did that.
Big diamond.
No, big diamond for real. So she saw that. When I tell you, that was the first time I felt Caucasian ever.
Wow.
It was insane. Usually
that's a little taste of white privilege.
It was
just a nibble.
I said, oh, I love being black, but wow. So she was like, she not only, I was like, she's going to take one wallet out at a time. She took out all 5 wallets. I said, you don't think we're going to steal? Oh my God.
You're not following us through the store?
It was nuts. Like, it was so crazy. We were the only people there. And they literally, like, they took our bags and they put it back. They gave us San Pellegrino while we were, I was like, I feel so white right now. Oh my gosh. I feel like my name is Miley Cyrus right now. Like, it was nuts. So she was like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, it's our honeymoon. And she's like, oh, like she was lit.
She said we making a sale.
She was lit. So like we're talking about all of their wallets and stuff like that. And so Dammy picks it. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go wrap it in the back. I'm like, oh, wrap it? We could take it and go, honestly. So she's like, oh, come on, come sit. I'm like, sit? For one wallet? I'm like, if I had money that I would have bought a purse here. Like, you're making me feel
the hospitality would have bought the store.
Bought the store. Like, I'm looking like, I want that and I want that. Like, I can't get it. Like, it's not the budget for real. But I was like, I want to come back with like 10K and really blow a bag.
You said throw some bands.
Throw some bands. Bands to make her dance. Like,
I'm in the store dancing.
That's what that lady was like. I felt so white. It was so great. So we sat down. She gets on her knees and to have us like put our card down and signature the receipt. Crazy on her knees. I'm like,
girl, get up.
Get up. Like, what? We're not royalty. Like,
right.
I felt like so royal. And she's like, here's my card. Like, I was like, wow. It was nuts. Like, I was like, I want to go to more stores and spend more money.
Like, and I thought that in Japan, because I've heard people going to like Asian countries and then being like, wow, are you Kobe Bryant? Or asking like, are you Beyonce?
Yeah.
Because they just don't know any other black figures.
I didn't really get as many gawking stares, but also when I'm with Dammy, my brain is turned off and we did get stares. I just didn't notice it because that's not my responsibility. Honestly. Yeah. I'm here to shop. That's it. So the Burberry store experience, I was like, I'm not even a fan of Burberry. And I wanted to shop till I dropped in the store.
That's insane.
It was amazing. And Dammy got his new wallet. And Dammy's a brand boy. Like he likes brands and he can do like, Levi's and Fashion Nova, he will, but like sometimes because he's his mother's child, he loves a good brand. Because like real jewelry down, like I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna lose it. Okay?
That's what I say all the time. I know I lose jewelry so quickly. Don't give me nothing expensive.
And you guys will hear soon another one of my thorns that with my very expensive ring. But Moms, what's one of yours?
Okay, so for this trip, we started off in Nairobi. 14-hour flight. Like I said, my ears did not pop at all. I got off the flight lit. Mm-hmm. We realized very quickly that Nairobi is not the type of city you can just walk around in whatsoever. The first day we got there, we were driving through and like people were on the side of the, like coming up to the side of the windows. I turned around, there's a man, his nose is on the on the screen of the door. And I'm like, oh wow, he's trying to sell us machetes. Like, it was insane. It was insane. And our Uber driver was like, roll them windows up, ladies. Because we were trying to get videos of like the city. Yeah. He said, they will reach in and grab your phone. Like, please roll up that window. And I said, you don't got to tell me twice. So yeah, it was insane because I was like, they were driving crazy. I don't understand how there wasn't accidents every day. Like, there were no lanes. Oh, like if you ever seen it, honestly reminded me of like things I've seen of India, where like people are just Mod Podge, just moving. Mm-hmm. People running in and out of the street. Like on one of our days there, we saw an accident. I was like, wow, that's our first accident we've seen. Our Uber driver, he rode past, looked out the window. He said, yeah, he gone. And we looked, and there was literally a man laid out on the street like this. And I said, what do you mean he's gone? Like. Where's the ambulance? He said, no, that's not how it works here. Like, that man is dead on the street. Well, yeah, we got that. But I'm like, where's the cops? Like, they literally were just vibing on their own accord. And there was just people outside that I guess hit him, just like standing around, like waiting to see if his family was going to come or something. And literally I was like, that might have been the machete man. Because they were just moving through the street. That's insane. Nuts. Yeah. So, yeah, we were just like, wow, Nairobi is, you know? Yeah. We rode past the slums. I will say the experience was made me very grateful because we rode past the slums and our Uber driver was like, if you look to your left, you'll see the largest slums in Africa. Oh! Like it was like a normal attraction. What? And we looked on both sides. 2 million people lived in them slums. What? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Huh? Wow. It was insane. Yeah. Yeah. So like the area we were by, of course I did my little check on Google Maps, but even still, we were pulled up to the hotel and every single place we had to go in and out of, Like, they were scanning underneath the car. They were looking inside the car. We had to go through metal detectors. Like, even to just go to a coffee shop. Every single place you went into, you had to be fully metal detected.
Whoa.
And I was like, who are y'all? What do you think? Who are y'all running from? Like, what's going on? And finally, me and Tamia, because the first day was just me and Tamia, and then our friend Sydney came the next day. Finally, Tamia asked, she said to our Uber driver, how come we got to get scanned and patted down every single place we go to? Like, what's going on? Uber driver said, yeah, you know, the terrorists, they just like to blow shit up. We said, oh.
Okay.
I literally said, oh. He laughed. I said, shit's not funny, bro.
There's nothing.
We're
funny.
scared.
No.
Like, we're dead ass frightened.
The terrorists?
I said, well, what's their names? Like, we need to be on we need to be on guard. I didn't bring my little pink Glock here. I don't know what we're gonna do.
They wouldn't let you get past.
I know, but I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do?
Oh my
we
God.
can't fight.
No.
But we're not fighting the terrorists. But either way, it was just a little scary.
Yeah.
But we still had fun. Like, for the most part, Nairobi was like, we went on a safari.
Love.
We went to an elephant orphanage. We went to a giraffe manor. Now, I will say, each of us had our day where we was not fucking with animals. Because it was a lot of animals on the trip. The first day, we did the elephant orphanage and the giraffe center.
Yeah.
The giraffe center, I was scared of the giraffes, but not as scared as Tamia. Tamia was shaking. Like, the giraffes, you know, they're peaceful animals, but the second we walked up in there was a sign that said, beware of, like, neck swinging. I said, oh. I said, well, beware. And they had us on, like, a platform that way you could feed the giraffes, like, directly, like, out of your hand. The size of their heads.
No.
I was like, okay, I didn't really perceive how big giraffes really were. The size of their heads, like, they were feeding, like, we were feeding them out of our hands. But I was like, it takes one net swing and we are dead.
Beware of neck swinging is nuts.
And they had a little visual of the necks, like, going opposite directions. I was like, oh, this is scary. Like, and all the pictures were literally just, like, scared. Because there was only one male. His name was Eddie. Eddie was cool. All the rest of the giraffes on the, like, the site, they were all females. All the females were aggressive. So if you didn't feed them enough pellets, they would buck at you and try to swing their necks.
Not knuck every buck.
I said, oh, are we knucking? It was so scary. It was scary. Like, and the kids, for some reason, the kids had no fear. They were just going up, feeding them. Like, me and Tamia are literally like shaking.
They can't read the beware of neck swinging sign.
They can't read it. But I'm like, they had a visual. You can see it.
Oh my God.
It was insane. So, like, the giraffes was like, that was the day where Tamia was not having it. For me, it was the turtles.
The swimming?
Girl, I'm jumping into Tanzania now, but when we went to Tanzania, there was this huge cave that you can swim in with turtles. And we saw it on TikTok and stuff. So we were like, oh, bet. Like, that's what we're doing. And we hit up our guide because, for one, the guides are very, very helpful, I'll say. Get your guide is what you need to do if you're going to go to any country. Like, get your guide. They will pick you up. They'll drop you off.
Do you have the number of yours?
Yeah, in my itinerary, I have the link to all my guides.
Yeah.
But our guide picked us up for the Salam Cave. That's what it's called. First of all, let me just say, bring aluminum back to deodorants. Period. And actually, let's just start using deodorant. Because the whole experience, we smelled crazy. Every single person we talked to smelled insane. Like, we were just like, I don't know what's going on here. But every single time we had to get in a van with our guide, we were like, please roll down the windows. Because we just couldn't ride for an hour across the island.
Just
smelling like that.
Yeah.
It was just insane. So with the cave, we pulled up with our guide and we were like, oh, we want a drone. So the man was like, oh, bet we can charge you $45 US dollars each for a drone. We said, well, make it 30. You got a deal.
Yeah.
He said, bet. Shook on it.
Here. Okay.
I said, okay, negotiating. We get down to the cave and he was like, you guys can each take turns. So we're like, okay, we only have 30 minutes down with the turtles because the turtles are like endangered and they don't want people messing with them.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, while one person's getting their pictures and their drone taken, the other person will get off guards and stuff of them with a camera. I go down there. It's Sydney's going first. I go down there. First of all, the water is cold as hell.
Oh, no. And
second I step in, because it's a cave.
Oh, yeah.
The water's cold. The second I step in, it feels like I'm walking on Legos. Like, the rocks at the bottom of the cave were tearing my toes up. And I was like, oh, I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah.
I knew the cave, it wasn't that, like, there was kids and stuff playing in it. So I'm like, it can't be that dip, like, the depth of the water cannot be that bad. they said it was 3 feet. I didn't register how high 3 feet really is, because as you start going, no. In comparison to my height, I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
In comparison to my height, the lower you went, it went from 3 to 4 feet.
Oh.
By 4 feet, it's here.
Yeah.
I was having a panic attack in the water, bro. Like, I had my camera in one hand, my phone in this hand, and I'm shaking. The water's cold. And Sydney's trying to get her pictures. The man above in the cave is yelling for her to stay still for the drone. The tour guide's yelling at me, talking about Hakuna Matata, friend. Hakuna Matata, calm down. I said, bro, I'm literally having an anxiety attack.
I'm about to crash.
I'm crashing out live. And the turtles, like, I had this little bikini on, and it had little dangly pieces, and you're supposed to feed the turtles seaweed. Mm-hmm. They thought that my bikini was the seaweed. And to me, I had on a green bikini, so they really thought hers was seaweed. I got bit so many times. I was getting bit up. So I'm shaking in the water. They keep biting me. I literally almost started crying in the cave, bro. I was crashing out. I was like, no, I can't do this. I'm trying to get Sydney her pictures. They all look crazy. I don't think she posted one, because I was like, I'm so sorry. I cannot do it, bro. Every single picture, I look pissed.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh my God, I was not having a good time. So the turtles, it wasn't even their fault. They were so cute.
Yeah.
But it was just like, they just literally thought.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so that was my day with animals, where I was just not having a good
Poor
time.
babies.
I know. And then, yeah, we did the safari. Bro, I don't actually recommend our guide for the safari, because that man, I was convinced he was trying to kill us. They had an open Jeep.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is obviously, we're driving through a national park. There's not paved roads.
Yeah.
So like, we're driving through terrain. Mm-hmm. And this man is going like 60 through the terrain. And he wouldn't let us know when he would start driving. So we would stop and look at some rhinos, and then he would just take off. And we would go flying through the back.
Yes, I saw you flying.
Yes, I literally almost flew off.
Yeah.
And to me, he had to grab me and pull me back in, because I was like, he's driving too fast. And it was literally just us and there was a couple. And we were trying to read the vibe of the couple, because it was an older man, a younger girl, and we just figured it was his mistress. Because they were just giving like they wasn't supposed to be together. And this was their little like secret hideaway trip.
Yeah.
And the man kept getting mad, because when we stopped, we wanted to take pictures. And he was like, yeah, they want to stop and take pictures. I've done 8 safaris now. We need to go.
Okay, Mr.
We said, well, this is our first time, so I need you to calm down. And they had an attitude that we want to take pictures. He was like, we need to get going, because we're the lions. I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, they're not here, bro. Like, I'm trying to get my little off guard in the back of the safari truck. Like, please. So he was pissed at us, and I don't understand. And he kept telling the tour guide, like, basically whenever we would stop and try to look at an animal, he'd be like, yeah, I already saw that one back at the other safari, so if you could just drive down. We'd be like, bro, well, I've never seen a hippo, so we need to stay here so I can see it.
I don't pay for this.
Yeah, we paid for it. We didn't fly across the world to have you move past the hippos.
Yeah, I've already seen that.
You want to go see the zebras instead. Like, it was just unserious.
Nuts.
So, yeah, we did a lot of animal related things, and yeah, but the turtles tore me up.
I believe it.
Tore me up bad.
That's nuts. Did you have to like put like cream on?
Well, they were just nipping. I didn't have any like blood.
Oh, okay.
But I was really worried, because I didn't get no rabies shot. And I said, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm in the water like, yo, and I can't swim. I said, oh, I'm going down.
I'm finna die?
No, because I was like, I don't know what these turtles got. And the tour guide literally was like, you're panicking the turtles? Hakuna Matata. I said, if you tell me that one more damn time, I'm literally gonna fight you.
How many shots did you have to get to go?
The one.
Only?
One shot.
Wow.
Like, literally, they were like, you get in and you get out.
Oh, no. Shot.
Oh, no, I only got, what did I get? I'll list it, because it's required. Yeah, I only got one shot, and the rabies shot would have been like $450. So I said,
$450?
For a rabies shot.
I mean, I guess.
And I said, well, ain't nothing gonna be biting me. There I was getting bit up. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you go to the cave, do not wear green. Don't wear nothing that's dangly. And yeah, just be weary, because them turtles, it was scary.
Oh my God, that's
intense.
That's very intense. For me, for Tokyo, it was beautiful. I loved it. Like, it really was like, it felt a little bit like Eat, Pray, Love. Just like walking in the streets, like, wow, like there's so many people in this world. Like that's
not you one with the world.
We are the world. We are the people. That's what I felt like. I was like, wow, like they don't look like me. Like, I obviously going to school, PWI, you see, like, people don't look like you, but, like, these people got their own little lives. Like, the babies, I saw babies, and I call everybody babies, truly and surely. Literally, little, like, 7-year-old babies, maybe 5, walking to school on their own, on the train, on their own. I was
Wow.
like, where are y'all
America
moms
could never.
Could never. Literally, the whole time me and Dammy were like, America genuinely could never, because, like, obviously there's towns that you can't let babies roam, but, like, it's the city. Like, they don't play about families. Like, everything was catered around families.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
in the
very
mall,
communal.
very, very, like, in the mall, there was, like, sitting places strictly so you can sit with your kids, that, like, you can make a mess and it's fine, because it's, like, it's plushy, it's fun. There was a lot. I've never seen so many family bathrooms. So, and clean. Tokyo is so clean, and there's bidets. We got to get a heated toilet and a bidet. That's what, in our house, every toilet needs to have a heated toilet and a bidet. Like, I was like, yeah. I'm like, oh. And the thing is, like, you can adjust the pressure, but some of them didn't have, like, heat adjustment. So
see, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. I'm like, why is it spicy? Like, oh my gosh.
Like just shooting up there?
Yeah, it was, but it was fun. Like, it was just like an experience. I'm like, I'm not going to do this again until I'm in a
See,
bidet.
I was afraid to use the bidets because they said you can't drink the water.
Well,
and I said, well,
why is it?
I said, well, if I can't ingest it,
why would it?
Why would I? Yeah, and I kept goofing, bro. I kept acting like brushing my teeth with the water.
Did you ever get sick or no?
No, I didn't. But like the first time I did it, Sydney was looking at me and I'm putting my toothbrush under the water, and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, you're right. Let me not do that because I'm literally gonna die."
Really, it's like Mexico. Like, don't
don't drink the water. Wow. Yeah, and I accidentally got a little bit in my mouth when I was brushing my teeth, and it was salty. I said, "Why is it spicy?"
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I'm not gonna do that again. So we went to Shijiki Fish Market. Again, it'll be all in the itinerary. And I was so excited to like eat like raw fish, and like while on this trip I realized I really don't like sushi like that.
Oh.
So
you know? At least you know.
Yeah. And like I was just like, I don't want, my biggest fear is like getting sick on vacation and wasting days away just being sick. Because a lot of the vlogs that I watched was that. So we went to the fish market. Why? So first thing we ate, Wagyu. Oh, best Wagyu I don't think I've ever had it in my life, but it was so freaking good. Like, it was so good. Don't know how expensive it was, but I probably would less than $10. Definitely. I wasn't
really for Wagyu?
Girl, the market had so many Wagyu stalls and so many fish stalls, like really, really cheap, fresh, like fish and meat. It was great. And like they literally, like if you get there early enough, they'll have like auctions for the fish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we didn't. We slept in because it was our first day. But I got Wagyu, so I'm like, okay, cool. Like it was like a 3 or 4 piece skewer of Wagyu. Me and Demi both had it. We were like, yeah, okay, good. Now it was hot. It was hot and humid.
I believe it.
So we're like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, I have to get everything that I saw in all the vlogs, because of course, before you go, you're watching vlogs of all the girlies go to the place that you're going. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to get the strawberry and grape candy strawberry and grape. So I got that. So I eat that. I'm like, okay, I mean, this is good, but they made it look way better. Like they really hyped it up. And I will say a lot of the big vloggers definitely gassed up a lot of the stuff in Tokyo. I was just like, y'all are pissing me off. And also, how are your stomachs hard enough to have Wagyu, candied strawberries and grapes, and sushi? You're on the toilet. But
no, they're not showing that.
They didn't show me that, bro. So I brought a chair. Now I did lose it on the way back from the flight, but Dammy helped me be responsible the entire trip. I kept it. It was great. So I had like some mochi with strawberries.
Oh,
and
I'll tear some mochi up.
And
right now.
That mochi was good, but it got like kind of overwhelming. And I think I had 3 mochi strawberries. So I had a chocolate mochi strawberry, a white one, and then a strawberry one, like a cream one. And after all that sugar and meat was in my body, I'm so glad. Listen to your mom, okay? This is your time. Listen to your mom. Mom was like, you need to bring Alka-Seltzer, and you need to bring some liquid IV. And make sure you drink a lot of water. And I think she said
Pepto.
And Pepto. But I can't. I just that color, I can't. I don't.
I actually love the color.
I do not.
I be tearing it up.
So she was like, bring Alka-Seltzer. I was like, okay, I got Alka-Seltzer. I got that water so quick. Put that Alka-Seltzer in, sat on my little got my chair. Everybody was looking at me in that chair like, what is she doing sitting down?
Because I've heard that they stand like straight up still in line. Like they don't lean. Like an American thing is to lean and like slouch.
They have so many lines. I have bad feet. I need to sit. Okay. Everybody at Disneyland, they was looking at me crazy. Like, look at her. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to be comfortable. What? At my core, I'm gonna preserve my comfortability. But I had to sit down and I'm like, hey, Keisha, I'm not feeling too good. And he's like, Faith, you had meat and candy for breakfast.
That was literally your entire meal.
And I was like, I know, but my stomach hurts. He's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, I'm like, can you give me some bananas? Because there was like a fruit stall. He's like, Faith, stop eating stuff.
Bro, the
like,
banana was not gonna make that better.
But they were so small. They were so cute. And like, so I was like, can you just give me some mango? Like, I just wanted to eat everything. Like my eyes, I was eating with my eyes, not my stomach. But I had to sit down. It was hot. But literally every single day, we'd start off really good. It'd be like honeymoon vibes, so great. And then at the end of the day, my back would be in pain. Dammy's feet are burning. My feet are hurting. And like, we're just quiet. Like, nothing.
Ain't nothing to say.
Nothing is funny. I do not want to talk to you. Like, let me take a bath. You shower. Let's regroup after. Because we
can't do it.
We cannot do it. And I feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
That is absolutely okay. Like, but the thing is, picking your honeymoon destination, figure out what y'all like. We realize, obviously, Tokyo, you're walking a lot. That's not, we like to relax. We like to eat good food and relax. So eventually, when we have like our big ceremony, our second honeymoon will be in Bali. I'm okay.
That's a relax.
So yeah, but Tashigi Fish Market, you gotta go. That Wagyu was amazing. I'll put pictures. We'll put pictures as well in the Patreon. Like y'all definitely getting more than y'all.
You're getting a free planned trip, honestly.
Free full. Like I'm so excited, and y'all can ask us questions. Like I'm very excited. But also we went to Mount Fuji, and it was so fun.
How was that hike?
Okay, let's get to the good part first.
I'm like, bro, you talk about walking around was taking y'all out. So the hike?
Okay, so I think in July is when it starts. July to some other month, you can actually hike Mount Fuji. But I was like, Dammy was like, are we hiking? I said, no, you know us. So we did it. But we did like 3 stops. So the first stop was like, you could just look around with the like really nice flowers and a few ice cream shops. So the lady was like, don't go to this ice cream shop, go to that ice cream shop. We were like, okay. So, but we went to the first ice cream shop and I was like, that was good, but it wasn't nothing amazing. And Demi was like, because we didn't go to the right one. And I told you that, but you didn't listen. I said, oh, okay, well, we got to go to the right ice cream shop. So we go to the right ice cream shop. So at this point, we both had 1 ice cream, and then we got 2 ice cream at the second ice cream shop. So we're like at 1.5 ice creams in our body. Okay, that's it. And then I had an egg sandwich and a fried chicken. Okay, that from 7-Eleven. So that's in my stomach right now. Okay, but plus a grape juice from the vending machine. A lot of vending machines. Fred, get some coins. Make sure you have some coins and Suica. If you go to Tokyo, download Suica, okay? I promise you. It'll be in the itinerary, but yeah,
okay.
It's like you put it on your phone, it's like Apple Pay.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So you can on the train, but you can do convenience stores and vending machines. So okay, so in my body I have chicken, an egg sandwich, or grape juice, and 1.5 ice creams. So the second or third stop, second stop, she's like, if y'all want to do the Mount Sakura challenge. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do a challenge. Yeah, let's do a challenge. So she's like, you walk up 394 steps and you're going to see something amazing. Princess Sakura's. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. And Dammy's like, you want to do this challenge? I said, yeah, Dammy, it's a challenge. We're never going to come back. Like, we got to do this challenge. He's like, okay. I'm like, you only live once, Dammy. He's like, okay, you're right. Dammy has Yeezys on. I have cloud foam stepper sandals on. Okay. Get our fan.
You lost me at 394 steps. I'm not gonna lie.
That lady lied. It was more than 394 steps because as we get higher and higher, because you could do steps, but you could also climb up the slope. So we walked up the slope. We got up there and we're like, what are we supposed to be seeing? I don't know where this 394 steps is, but it's not. So we ended up looking at like this legend. It was so freaking high. There's no way we would have made it back in time for the bus. For us to do that, you had to be professional climbers. And so literally, I'm like, I start feeling all the food in my stomach moving around. And I'm like, I said, damn it, I have to go to the bathroom. He's like, we're not going to prison here. Hold it. I was like,
no, literally, because like, you can't go find a bush out there.
No, there's no find a bush. Everything's open. So I'm like, I said, Sweets, I don't think we're going to finish this challenge. He said, let's go ahead and, because I had a timer because they don't play about time. Yeah. They do not. You will see people running to subway, to trains. Mind you, it comes every 2 minutes. They don't play about time. Like, I had to go. So then, 100 days out of the year, you can see Mount Fuji because it's so cloudy up there because it's so freaking hot. So we actually pulled over on the side of the road because you could see Mount Fuji, and we were able to get like a ring picture with my ring and his ring, and it was so cute. And
that's
like,
good.
It was so great. Like, because the thing is, she was like, it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I really don't know if we're gonna be able to see Mount Fuji. That's what she started with. She's like, I don't know, but we'll see. And I was like, what you mean we'll see?
We need to get it
that wasn't in the description of a we'll see. I'm thinking we're going to, and we did. It was great. But like, so then the third stop, we actually went to Mount Fuji, and it was great. But the thing is, so it would get cloudy, and then as soon as you were able to see the mountaintop, everybody would start running to start taking pictures. Like, calm down. And it was so cold. You wouldn't think to bring a jacket, but you're so high up. I was like, ooh, ooh. And then Dammy kind of got like offended a little bit because there was like this Hawaiian couple. They were very, very sweet. But I was like, I just wanted his jacket. I was like, hey, can I have your jacket? And he was like, Faith, like, for what? I was like, I just kind of want it. He's like, well, no, like, what? It's not. Are you cold? I was like, no, I just want it. He's like, I was like, okay, well, frick me, huh? So then I'm like, you don't really say no. He's been saying that N-word more. I'm like, what the frick?
Not
like,
the N-word.
Yeah, he has, frick. So he's like, we married now, like, no. And I'm like, maybe? Can I get a maybe?
Can I get a perhaps?
No, literally. So the couple's like, oh, you're cold, huh? Because they saw my goosebumps. And so she's like, oh, I have a blanket from the hotel. Gives me a blanket. And Dammy's like, what? And the couple
gave me that jacket.
And the couple's like, first lesson. Because like we said, Dammy said, Faith, you should have told me you were cold. I said, well, it's cold and I have goosebumps. And he's like, give the blanket back. I'll give you my thing. Like, Dammy was offended.
First lesson is crazy.
He was like, Faith, you should have told me. I said, what? I asked when I wasn't cold. You should have gave it to me. So, and I know he was like,
he had,
because his pride was very hurt. I was like, well, what can you do? But yeah, Mount Fuji was so great. But like, we didn't really buy any like souvenirs because we were like, I mean,
what do you get?
What do you get? Like, it was cool. We drank some like hot cocoa, and it was great. And then there was this girl that was like, hey, can you take a Polaroid of me? We're like, yeah. So we took one of her. She took one of us, and now Dammy has a Polaroid of us like on our honeymoon. So Aww. Cute. When he has on the back of his case, it's literally the cutest thing. Like, it's so cute. And we actually got these cases, and I got this. I'll put it in the itinerary. We went to the store, and we were able to, I saw like ones that were already made of these. And I was like, oh, there's a cute, why did man make me turn around? Was like, you can make your own. I said,
I like the way you think.
You got a custom. So I'm literally like bejeweling this whole thing. It's so cute. And then I put our our wedding date on it. And it's literally like the cutest, but I couldn't post really anything because I've been hiding the fact that we're married. One girl did swipe up and was like, are you guys married? I said, why are you being irritating? Like, don't guess that. Like, I want it to be a secret. Like, I was so irritated. I just took off the full post. I was like, you're not really
never mind
looking at these now. The thing is, unless you're married, you don't really think like a wedding band and a ring means you're married. I didn't know that. I had no clue.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was really, really great. I also shopped till I dropped. Like, I told myself, I think of my birthday at the start of a new year. So November to February is the first quarter. So I told myself every quarter I can do a big shopping haul. Because like, I don't need to be shopping. Like, anytime I see something on TikTok, I should not just be clicking it and getting it. Because that's not in the budget. There's no TikTok item sale on Google Sheets. So I was just shopping, and it was great. And I'll put how much I was supposed to spend and how much I actually spent in the itinerary, because just bring some money. I would say budget and bring some money for sure, but I'll do the exact numbers there. Like the Patreon girlies are really going to eat. If you're about to travel to one of our
You're very lucky.
You're very freaking lucky. I'm trying to think. I'll get into my thorns after you hit some of your things.
Okay. So I guess I can dive into, because everyone kept swiping up and asking me like, oh, are you gonna come back with an African man? Like, what's the dating scene like in there? Girl, they were afraid of us.
What?
They were not talking. In Nairobi, we went out to a club because we were like, we want to see what the party scene is like. So we went out to this club called Quiver, which was like not far from our hotel, and then another one because my friend, she had a friend from college that was visiting. Wow. That's originally from Nairobi. So she was like, hey, come out with us. I'll show you around. Weird. She was like, you guys just been exploring Nairobi by yourselves? Like, no locals been helping you? We were like, yeah. She was like, oh, you're brave. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh.
We're like, oh, that explains why we're shocked that we're getting patted down everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
But we went out and she was like, yeah, these men aren't going to talk to y'all because for one, you guys look American, you look bougie, and they probably can't afford you.
Afford?
I said, oh, afford? I'm like, what? And she was right in Nairobi. We get to Zanzibar, complete 180.
Yeah.
Those men were flirty. We went to our resort, which, oh my gosh, the most beautiful place I've ever been. It was amazing. Zanzibar, I would go back in a heartbeat. Nairobi was fun too, but it felt more of like a one-time, just knock it off the bucket list type of thing. Zanzibar, I would go back every single year if I could. It was amazing. Like, the resort we were on led right out to the beach. Like, it was just so beautiful. And it was an hour away from the airport.
Okay.
So like most of the times, like on the actual island, you'll have to find a resort, and it might not be close to where you're actually landing because the island's big and it's not that developed yet.
Okay.
It's kind of like an up and coming tourist destination. So yeah, our hotel was like an hour and a half out, and literally just amazing. Like, we were not close. We weren't too far from the Rock restaurant, which is like the main attraction for Zanzi.
Yeah.
It's literally just like a rock in the middle of the ocean and a restaurant on top of it.
Love.
And you have to take a little boat out there. But yeah, the guys that were working the hotel we were at were so flirty. You would think they were our personal assistants. Like, when I talked, we did not walk anywhere on the resort. They would be ready with a golf cart to drive us wherever we needed to be.
Oh, wow.
Hand serving us everything, taking our pictures. Like, we had personal assistants the entire time.
Oh, wow.
And it was to the point, oh my God, I forgot what his name was. Our favorite. His name was like Bethan or something. Bethan was like, oh, ladies, like, I'm going to give you my WhatsApp. That way you can just let me know whenever you need anything. Like, I'm on call, basically. And I was like, that. So we get his WhatsApp and stuff. And then another guy, he used the golf cart to drive us back. And I was like, oh, can I drive the golf cart? Like, I want to see what it's like, you know, whip around. And he said, oh, yes, of course.
Oh.
I said, oh. So I said, let me get up in this driver's seat, take these shoes off. And I'm driving around. We almost crashed into a bush, but we made it there safely.
Yeah.
I get off the golf cart and he's like, kiss? I said, oh.
Trade for trade?
Trade for trade. I said, no. I said, kiss? Why would we do that? And he said, oh, I kid. I said, no, you wasn't kidding. You was dead ass. And they were flirting with us in like Swahili. So we were like trying to figure out what you're saying.
Say it again, please.
I said, say that one more time. But yeah, they were so flirty. Like, the man, we were looking for a towel. He said, oh, you're cold. Like, let me bring a towel. Comes and wraps it around Siggy from the back and tucks it in on both sides. She said, you didn't have to do all that. You did not have to do all that, sir. And what else did they do? Yeah, they were literally just like taking our pictures, driving us around everywhere, bringing us any food. A bug went into our drink. You would think it was the end of the world. They said, oh my God, these bugs on the island. So let me get you a new one right now, ma'am. I was like, shoot, take it. Added me an extra cherry in it and everything. But with the Bethan guy, he that is not that man's name. I need to figure out what his name actually is. I'm gonna look at it right now. Hold on.
What's that?
Yes, because literally that's probably the Benson.
B.
Yeah. So Benson, he was like our go-to guy, right? Another one of the guys, when we came back from a restaurant, he drove us back to our little place on the resort. And he was like flirting with us in Swahili. So I was converting what he was saying and like flirting with him back just for shits and giggles. Yeah. And he was like, oh, like, let me get your WhatsApp. I was like, oh, bet. I don't really know how WhatsApp works. Yeah. So I just gave him the app. I'm like, here, just put it in. He sees Benson's name in my phone. Talk about, hello, do you need anything? And he looks down at the phone. He looks at me. looks down at the phone. You would have thought we were married and I didn't cheat on this man with his brother. He looked at me like I killed his kid. Like, he was like, betrayed. He was like, Benson? I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, Benson was trying to help us. He said, okay, yeah, all right. And drove off in his golf cart. And I was like, oh my God, like, did we just break up? Like, they were very territorial.
Yeah.
And we realized, like, we went to, the last day we went on a, like, dolphin tour / boat ride / sandbar. And that was where we realized that not only are they flirty, they're a little bit insane, because we went to the little local town to go to the beach, and we realized that all the women were dressed very conservatively. Like, it was the middle of summer and they are wrapped head to toe. Like, you can only see their eyes. So we were like, yes.
Wow.
And we were like, in our little bikini cover-ups.
Well, that's the beach.
Our little Shein bikinis, like, oh. They were looking at us like they have never seen women before. Like, we felt like pieces of meat. It was insane. Like, the local men were like, standing on the sidelines of the road as we got out the car, like mouth open. We were like, oh child, let me cover up. Let me put something on. Yeah. Like, we weren't like obviously butt ass naked, but still just naked enough. Considering the other women were only showing their eyes. Yeah. So we get to the beach and we had a little sandbar. It was so beautiful. Like, the sandbar was amazing. The water was warm compared to the turtle cave, child. And the first thing we did was go on a dolphin tour, like, to see the dolphins. And we're on, once again, with another couple. This couple's French, right? They was chill the whole time. We finally get to the area where the dolphins are at, and there's other boats and stuff around. So we're all trying to find the dolphins. We finally see the dolphins. They're, like, right in front of us. Why does the French man literally get a running start from the back of the boat? Starts sprinting off the boat, ripping his clothes off. And jumps into the water.
With the dolphins?
Head first.
And
we're like, what? Like, we're so discombobulated. Like, what the hell is going on? And we're looking at our tour guide like, he can do that? And our tour guide's like, yeah, you can swim with the dolphins.
But not like
that. This man got a running start from the back of the boat. And even his girl looked confused. Like, we did not discuss this. So he's running, scaring off the dolphins. And I'm looking around. All the other white men on every single boat are just jumping in the water, scaring the dolphins, bro. And not even, like, looking at them, like, just flapping around, splashing the water. Now the dolphins are gone. We were like, bro. And our tour guide was like, friend, Hakuna Matata, please. Like, we're trying to see these damn dolphins. And he keep flailing around.
No.
He's not even looking down to look at them. The guide was like, please just look down. You don't even got to do all that.
Yeah, that's not.
And it's literally like 8 white men in the water flailing, just making chaos. Like, we were just like, please calm down.
We done paid all this money.
We done paid all this money to see them damn dolphins, and you scaring them away.
Sick.
So we finally ended up seeing them, but then they took us to the sandbar, and mind you, on the way there, my tour guide was like, "Oh, friend, can you help me with my Get Your Guide?" And I was like, with what? He was like, "I need to set up a profile." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I booked you on Get Your Guide, so why would I, like, you already have a profile?" He's like, no. That's the white man. I need my own. I said, oh.
He's a contractor.
He showed me. Yeah. He was like, basically, there's this white guy that owns all the Get Your Guides and just employs the locals to do all the work, and he gets the money. And I was like, oh, no, I do not stand for this at all. Yeah. I sat on that boat. I set him up his entire business. I said, what you want your name to be?
No, hey.
He said, Mr. Zanzi. I said, we will do that, Mr. Zanzi. And Tamia literally recorded me having a full-on business consultation with this man.
Because we got to make sure you get your money.
We got to make sure you get this money. Like,
that's the white man.
That's the white, no. I said, okay. He was really cool. So that's why we're on the way to the sandbar. We finally get to the sandbar, and they dock the boats and stuff. We're chilling. They start cutting up fresh fruit and stuff. And I'm like, perfect. Like, this is when I wanted to get footage of, like, us eating the fruit and stuff. So I start recording our guy cutting up our fruit. He got the mangoes and shit. Then I see off to the side, there's another man on a different boat with some coconuts. And he's the guy for that boat. And everyone's mingling between the boats. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to go get a video of him cutting up that coconut. Yeah. I go up to him and I'm like, oh, can I get a video? I start recording him. Cool. He's like, do you want a picture with the coconut? Abso-freaking-litely, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. So I give him my phone. He's taking pictures. I realize he has my phone in his hand, but he's taking pictures on his phone. And I'm like, well,
for later? What's going on?
That's not the deal. And our guides, all the guides were taking pictures of us. Talk about for later, friend, I airdrop. You got an Android. You're not airdropping shit. Don't lie to me. And so the coconut man is like, oh, I got your pictures. What's your WhatsApp so I can send them to you? And I said, that's not how it works, Buckaroo. You're supposed to give me the pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
And then my tour guide storms up to us and starts cussing him out in Swahili, and they start beefing. And I'm like, what did I do? I'm holding the coconut, confused. And the lady on his boat, the other tour guide's boat, is like, come here. And I'm like, yeah, girl, what's up? And she's like, I'm trying to translate. Hold on. She didn't know Swahili. So I don't know how she was planning on translating, but I'm like, child, you not no help. So she was like, oh, whatever they're saying, it's not good. Yeah, I could have figured that. So they're still going at it for like 5 minutes. They're bickering back and forth. And then the tour guide gives me my phone back. He yanks out of his hand, gives me my phone back. And then we go back to our boat. He moves the boat away from his boat.
It's getting serious.
And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, tour guide, like, what happened, friend? And he's like, no, like, because he does this all the time. He be using that coconut to get girls and swindle them into giving him money and trying to come back to the U.S. or whatever country they're from. And I said, what? I said, I came up to him asking about the coconut. He was like, yeah, you're the perfect target. Like, usually he be coming up to girls asking if they want pictures with the coconut.
Target?
He was like, he will now take your WhatsApp and start stalking you and blowing you up on WhatsApp. Ask where your hotel is to try to drive you around and be your chauffeur or whatever. And then literally just like, I don't know what he does after that. But the man said he got a girl from Amsterdam last week.
Got her.
I said, well, where is she today? He said, I don't know, friend. And he was like, the man is known on the island for this. I said, the island of Zanzibar knows about this? How is he still allowed to be a tour guide?
Actually.
What?
That's nuts.
Yeah, so I'll insert a clip of him cutting up the coconut because that's the only footage I really got.
Yeah.
I never got my pictures.
Yeah, nope.
He still has pictures of me on his phone.
That's...
And I was like, the tour guide was like, if anything, if you need pictures, I'll send them to you. Now, the tour guide still never sent me the pictures. Whoa. So you was shady too.
Mr. Zanzi.
Mr. Zanzi, I wish you well in your business, but still. But it was crazy. I was just like, wow, this is a little bit scary.
That's insane.
Yeah, but they were, I say that to say, the men there were insane. The coconut man was scary. And for the most part, when they found out that we were like American, they would just say whatever they knew about America. Like we went to a night market and the man was like, oh, America, Obama. Yes, we can. Oh. Yeah. I said, yeah. And every time we walked by, he would go, yes, we can. And I was like, what else do you know about America? Because it can't just be Obama. That's insane.
It might be, though.
Perhaps. Yeah. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm trying to go through my list. Yeah, we almost killed multiple cows. They were driving so crazy, and the cows would just run in the street. And the amount of times, like, we almost died because our tour guide would go, and just throw the car, and we would almost, the cows confused, we're confused.
Throw the cars now.
Throw the car. I'm so serious. If you are going to Zanzibar, no, they don't have any Ubers. Nairobi did, but there's no Ubers. So everything we did, we had to like figure out how to get a taxi. We had to ask our hotel if they could drive us, and we would pay them like $5 to drive us somewhere.
Yeah.
But the last night we wanted to go to the night market, which has all the like local foods and stuff. Because we were like, that's the last time we'll be there.
Yeah.
It was an hour and away. It was an hour and a half away. We had just came back from doing the full excursion with the dolphins and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And they had us eating like live fish on the beach, which was just throwing me, bro. The amount of new foods I tried, and y'all know that's really hard for me because I'm a chicken tenders girl down. I'm not ashamed about it. But I was eating like scallops and just random stuff. Oh, wow. Because that was all they had.
Yeah, you had to eat it.
I had to eat it.
Yeah.
But after we were done, our tour guide, he was really cool. So we were like, okay, we'll pay you money on the side if you can take us to this night market. Mm-hmm. This is where the language barrier was really fucking us up because we were like, okay, we're going to pay you. Can you take us at 6:30? It was an hour and a half drive from where we were at back to our hotel. We were leaving at 3:30.
Oh, okay.
So we're like, we'll get there around 5. Like, can you take us at 6:30? The thing closes at 11. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, me busy tonight. Me no take you. I'll find a friend perhaps that could take you, but me, I'm busy. And we were like, okay, like, well, we're leaving here tomorrow, so we can't do that. Yeah. So then to me, I was like, let me DM our other guide from the other day and see if he can take us. So we're negotiating with him. We start falling asleep because it's an hour and a half drive. In the middle of the ride, Tamia, like, is tapping me. And she's like, girl, please help me. And I'm like, what? She's like, please talk to this man because I'm about to lose it. And she said, I woke up discombobulated talking about something, like just like started a random conversation out of thin air. She was like, Denasia, lock in. And I was like, what happened? Start from the top. And she was like, the man is talking about he can actually take us, and I don't know if he's available or not. And I'm trying to decode what he's saying. So I'm like, friend, can you take us today? He said, yeah, what time?
While in the car?
While we're in the car. I'm like, you just said earlier, me busy, me can't take you, me no available. So are you available or are you not?
Yeah.
And he was like, I take you, me free tonight.
What happened?
I said, what is it? And he was like, okay, yeah, what time? I said 6:30. He said, oh yes, 6:30 tonight. I said, tonight.
Yeah.
I said, once we get to this hotel, you stay. Do not leave, because if you go anywhere else, it's going to be an hour drive anyway. So I said, stay on the resort while we go change. And then we come back, and then you take us and you drive us back home afterwards.
Yeah.
He said, yes, friend. Yes, me no busy, me free tonight. I don't know if he was confused and didn't know what his plans were, but this man had me literally tweaking out in the car. So then we start pulling up to the hotel, and I'm like, you can take us tonight, right? And he was like, yes, 5 p.m. I said, we discussed it was 6:30. To me, I said, my voice started getting stern because I started getting pissed off. I said, we discussed 6:30. It was 4:30. I said, we don't got 30 minutes to just go and up and get up and be ready in 30 minutes. Like, we discussed 6:30. And he said, okay, yeah. And I said, you still free? He said, I said,
I'm not playing with you today.
I'm not playing with you. And you better not Hakuna Matata me.
I'm over it. Down.
Yeah. I said, no, you need to stay right here. And yeah, he did stay, but we were so nervous that man would leave us because we were just like, he just was so confused. And then he was like, oh, traffic on road. There are no roads. Like, we're driving on dirt. Like, what traffic? We're not on an interstate. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
It was just so, like, trying to negotiate with the tour guides was just so, like, we ended up having to text him on WhatsApp and reconfirm the plans. And he translated it and said, yes, that's good. Because we were just like, I feel like it just got lost in translation.
Yeah.
But we ended up going to the night market. That was where we met Obama Man. It was really fun. But yeah, just be careful with the tour guides because, we also had him drive us to the airport the next day. And we were so nervous because we said 5:30 a.m. He said, I'd be there. I said, are you free tomorrow at 5:30 a.m.? Like, I need you to let me know. And he ended up pulling through, but it was a lot to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do a part 2 on Patreon because we are just about at time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. I remember I kept saying I was having near-death experiences. Yeah, I almost drowned.
Turtles?
No, this is another part of the ocean. When we had the dolphin stuff, they said you can get out and snorkel. I'm like, okay, bet. I get off the boat. He ties me up in a life jacket because I'm like, no, you need to tie it tight.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
And the buckles were broken. So I said, okay, tie it tight. So he ties it real tight. I get off in the water. Those waves were so brutal. Literally, my whole thing did untied. And there's a man that's swimming. He's one of the guides. He grabs my hand in the water. He said, friend, safe? No. I said, not safe. I said, I can't breathe. The little mask I had on, for some reason, like, I kept breathing in the water.
Were you snorkeling?
No, but there was no snorkel to it. It was just goggles. This ghetto snorkeling. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I kept ingesting the water and like it would just come and then I couldn't breathe in my nose. And the man telling me, calm down, friend. You safe. Hakuna Matata. Look down. He kept telling me, look, fishies. I said, I don't care about Nemo right now. I literally can't breathe. Get me off this boat. And I literally doggy paddled back to the boat. Yeah. Because I just couldn't take it.
Goodness gracious.
Learn how to swim.
I was saying, we gonna have to get you to swim lesson for real.
Learn how to swim before you go to a tropical destination because every encounter I had with water was just so stressful.
Yeah.
Very. Yeah. Really? But the waves were bad. So yeah, we lasted about 5 minutes in the water.
Well.
Yeah, but itineraries, of course, will be posted.
Yes.
And we'll be sharing videos and like footage and stuff because we had a good time. That was an amazing, best trip I've had so far.
Yeah. For me, it was great because it was our honeymoon, and I'm so glad we stayed for 2 weeks just so we could have like downtime because we like to relax and then get up and do stuff. But we'll definitely have to have a part 2 on Patreon. It'll probably be a part 1, and then this will be our part 2. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff that we just didn't have time for. This episode.
These are really the highlights.
These are truly the highlights. We really didn't get into the lowlights, or what happened to my rings. So if you want to know about that, that'll be on Patreon. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please Leave us a review.
Comment. Oh, yes.
We haven't said that in a minute. Yeah.
Please, if you're listening on Spotify, leave us a review. If you're listening on Apple, you can actually type out a review.
Yeah.
So I guess leave us stars on Spotify, leave us a review on Apple.
Please,
and
please.
Comments on YouTube.
Yeah, because it just helps. It really the comments really do help. We will try to be better at responding back to the comments, but
we see
help.
all of them.
We see them. And yeah, we will see you guys for the next episode of season 10 of Type A Black Girls.
Bye.